In this video, I'm using Topaz Gigapixel to upscale this photo of a dog. Now, the original size, if you look down here at the bottom, it says 640 by 959 pixels, which is obviously quite small. So I'm going to start off by going to the right-hand side here and going to the resize mode. Now, I'm going to leave it at scale, but you can obviously go to width and height if you want to put in some specific dimensions. And I'm going to make it 4 times upscale, just arbitrarily, just to show you a typical setting I would use. I don't often go to 6 unless I'm working with something that's got very specific requirements. 4 times is generally good enough for most applications, I tend to find anyway. And before I continue, I'm actually going to change the preview mode. At the moment it's full screen, which means when you click and hold the left mouse button, it'll temporarily go to the before image, so the version that's unprocessed by Topaz, and you can see what it'd look like if I just made it that big without using this upscaler. It looks pretty blocky and terrible. And if I let go of the mouse, it shows the current live settings, which obviously even already look far better. So I'm going to go to the side-by-side view. So we can go down here and we can click the button. There's a couple of options. And this just shows us a constant before and after, basically, which is quite handy when you're adjusting settings on the fly. So I'm going to go down to the AI model. And for this kind of image, I'd normally choose standard V2 or high fidelity V2. So I'm going to just have a quick look at the area around, say, the eyes here on the right-hand side, on the after image. There's some very fine fur details under the eye there, and I'm just going to see how that's affected when I flick between the two. Now, high fidelity V2 seems to be bringing out the texture of that fine fur just a little bit better, so I'm going to go with that for this image. Go down to settings. Minor D noise. I'm not seeing any obvious grain or noise in the image, so I'm going to leave that alone. Minor D blur. This is basically a sharpening, and I think we could do some sharpening on this for sure. So I'm going to take it up, but I'm not going to go too far because then some of the finer areas of detail in this shot will start to get a little crispy. So maybe I'll take that to 25 and no more. Bearing in mind we can do some more targeted image sharpening like the eyes in a photo editor after the fact, like Photoshop or Photopea. Compression, I'm going to leave that alone. Fix compression because there's no notable compression artifact in the image at all. And face recovery and gamma correction aren't relevant. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back to the full screen view. I'm just going to increase the magnification a bit, and I'm just going to then have a little look at a before and after of where we came from and where we got to in no time at all.